The nature of this administration is good for us. Because of Trump's way, he is an anomaly. There's never been no president quite like Mr. Trump. There's something that he's doing. Trump is destroying every enemy that was an enemy of our rise. Who's the enemy of our rise? Is it the Department of Justice, where we get none? Is it Congress, where you make a law that favors us and then you turn around and destroy it? Is it the media that has destroyed every black leader that stood up for us? Martin Luther King suffered it. Malcolm suffered it. He's attacking the media, calls it fake news. We have been the victims of some fake news.
Yes.
He's beating up the FBI. Go at it, baby.
Yeah.
They've been beating the hell out of us ever since J. Edgar Hoover and the I think, Mr. President, you would be wise to leave President Maduro alone. Mr. Bolton, the man with the mustache, he's in a press conference with his sheep, and he's talking about sending 5,000 troops to Colombia, but he don't know that he got the notes so that the media could take a picture of it. Now they're trying to overthrow this man, even if it means sending us to war. I respectfully say to the president, I cannot back you if you're going to send American soldiers to war to die because you want that man out of power and you're meddling in the affairs of his country. I don't think no young soldier should go. Just say, hell no, I won't go. And adopt the Muslim position. We do not believe that we who declared ourselves to be righteous Muslim should be engaged in wars which take the lives of human beings, especially when we have nothing to gain from it. Unless you give us the necessary territory wherein we'll have something to fight for. But to go and spend our lives so you can use their oil and ruin their country.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So Mr. Farrakhan's videos have been surfacing, these speeches, and a lot of people feel like what he said years ago still hits today. He often spoke about systemic inequality, racial tension, and how power structures in America tend to favor white dominance. You know, looking at current conversations around white supremacy, policing, and inequality, some listeners feel like his warnings weren't just historical. They still connect to what is happening right now. At the same time, his views have always been controversial, with critics strongly disagreeing with parts of his message. Still, it's interesting how certain themes like distrust in institutions and the call for self-reliance keep coming back into discussion. Whether people agree or not, his past messages are clearly finding a new audience in today's climate. Let's continue to listen to some of these messages, you guys. Please, before we get into the video, this is not support bullying or harassment. It's there to for educational purposes and also to keep you in the know concerning what is happening on social media. Let's take a look at this, and of course I'll be right back with commentaries.
Do you know how much white people are hurting over that? You don't even realize how upset they are. And let me tell you something. See, that's a part of their history. And many white people from the South fought to keep you enslaved. And many lives were lost in the Civil War under that flag. It didn't mean nothing to us, but it meant something to them. And when you took it down or had it taken down because you didn't like it, and then some white folks said, yes, these Negroes is right, it's a bad flag. These are master assassinators. And I have to say to my president, Mr. President, please be careful, because you're upsetting a lot of people. You may win the election because the Democrats will at last put their hope in a billionaire because Mr. Biden can't handle it. What will you do if he gets a second term? What will you do? See? The hatred that's building for him because God allowed him to be president. Don't you think that God is interested in who sits in the White House that holds sway over his people that he has chosen to be his people? Mr. Trump, please, you mentioned in some of your writings not to denigrate those who are under your leadership, but you have nicknames for everybody, and you've said some rough things to your generals. Please, Mr. President, this is a country that kills presidents. It'll be the worst mistake that anyone makes to try to kill the President of the United States. He has a work to do. That's right. Does he? What kind of work does God have for him to do? He's doing it. I know America's going to war. But it's a war, President Trump, that you can't win. I know you say you got a lot of juice, $750 billion you're giving to the army, but you're only giving them that which is going to get more of them killed. Let me help you to see. You can win, but you can't win being a thug. You're trying to take Maduro out of office and get control of the largest oil reserve in the world. What kind of president calls somebody in the house of another Guaido and tells him, you can be the next president? But Maduro was voted in. You say, well, it wasn't a free and fair election. Do you remember Jimmy Carter? He'd been watching elections, over 104 of them. And he said, I'm quoting the former president, he said that the voting in Venezuela is some of the best that he has seen in 104 countries where he has looked at elections. Now, I don't know the truth, but I think Jimmy Carter has no reason to lie on Maduro. But you see, when you're a hustler, when you're a thief, when you want to take the oil Remember how the president, when he was running, he said, let's take the oil in Iraq. Take it. See, but your hands will get chopped off today because you're not the power that you think you are. There's a new sheriff in town. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the two that back me. Now look, I think, Mr. President, you would be wise to leave President Maduro alone. Mr. Bolton, the man with the mustache, he's in a press conference with his sheep, and he's talking about sending 5,000 troops to Colombia, but he don't know that he got the notes so that the media could take a picture of it. Now they're trying to overthrow this man, even if it means sending us to war. I respectfully say to the president, I cannot back you if you're going to send American soldiers to war to die because you want that man out of power and you're meddling in the affairs of his country. I don't think no young soldier should go. Just say, hell no, I won't go. And adopt the Muslim position. We do not believe that we who declared ourselves to be righteous Muslim should be engaged in wars which take the lives of human beings, especially when we have nothing to gain from it. Unless you give us the necessary territory wherein we'll have something to fight for. But to go and spend our lives so you can use their oil and ruin their country? You got over the banking system. You're telling the banks the man got gold in England. He's asking for them to send some of his gold back so that he can turn that gold to feed his people. President sent word, you don't give him nothing. See, you're gangsters. But let me tell you something. God so loved his people that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believed in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. God does not love this world. God never sent Jesus to die for this world.
Well, when you look at Mr. Farrakhan's messages from way back, even right now, they ring true. And when I came across one of his messages, it was something that I can call prophetic, and he was talking about Trump. I thought the message was a very recent one, but when I clearly checked, I found out that it's a message that is that was shared long time ago, because the way he spoke about Trump then is what is currently going on. He spoke about using citizens to fight wars that they did not start, and in the end losing their lives. And recently, something like that happened because a lot of lives were lost, you guys. Uh, I shared with you right here where Black Americans were talking about, we're reacting to the fact that some people had died. Families had lost uh, children, they had lost sons, they had lost fathers, children had lost fathers, and people's lives were lost during war because they were being sent. They were being sent to fight, and they died in Iran. This is something that Mr. Farrakhan spoke about, and right now this is what is happening. That's why initially I said, even though these messages were being shared in the past, they still ring true. They still ring true. So I can say he actually foresaw this. He actually foresaw this. And that was actually prophetic, y'all. It was prophetic. And there is something about these people that deliver speeches like Mr. Farrakhan. They deliver them in a way that these things continue to happen. If you guys have been paying attention to what has been happening lately in the speeches we hear, the speeches from Mr. Farrakhan, we have, for instance, Mr. Farrakhan and Muhammad Ali and all these people who used to give speeches about systemic racism. It happens that what they were talking about is what is happening. And so when you hear a speech, when you hear them deliver a speech, you would think it's something recent when they are already even gone. It's in the past. So I think it's time for us as Black people and as people at large to just open our eyes to these things and be willing to do something to just prevent the worst from happening, because we have seen this is happening. And I think it's high time we went back to these messages and just listen to them for a better tomorrow, because we may not know what is coming. Just come on, think of it. These guys have been preaching about these things that have been happening right now. And it's true that these things are happening, yeah? They are happening. This is what is going on right now. Everything is being ruined. Our lives are being lost. Everything. Yeah. So it is what it is, you guys. Just let me know if you feel this message was powerful. Just let me know in the comment section. I'll be at the comment section. Let's interact from there. If you like these messages, also give this video a thumbs up. You can give it a share. You can share this video. You can give it a thumbs up, and also you can like the video. Yeah. So do go on, share your thoughts, share your take in the comment section below, and of course I'll catch you in the next video.